You can't stop the sick desires and through this technocracy. And that was the dream of everybody that was starting technological advances like microwaves and cell phones. I look at my old 50-year-old Popular Mechanics magazines, and these people had these dreams of how everything is just going to be just fine and technology is going to work. But my God, we're glued to the computer, we're glued to the cell phone, to Facebook, to the microwave. It hasn't made things any easier. If anything, it's complicated things.
Absolutely, absolutely. And this idea that abundance is just going to make first of all, they're never going to give us 0 point energy. Yes, solar energy, great. Wind energy, great. Electromagnetics, great. I wish that stuff was developed. I wish that was available to the common man. But again, as soon as somebody can take that, make it scarce, make a business out of it, they're going to do so. And I just don't see how the world is going to come into play. I mean, what kind of government system are we talking about? I mean, there has to be some kind of rule and order. I hate using that word, because new world order, but there has to be some kind of order throughout civilizations. And to have this idea that we're all going to look alike, dress alike, talk alike, and we're all going to be taken care of equally, it's never happened throughout history, especially human history, or whatever history is out there. So how is it just going to come about? One of the big things that, him and Alex discussed on his radio show was us against them. He's like, oh, it's an us against them, Alex? Well, there is, unfortunately, an us against them. The problem is that most of these elites at some level have colluded together against us. This is why they're bringing in a global banking system. This is why they want to chip us. Then there is automatically the us who have to fight them. In other words, we who are under attack need to group up other people that are under attack, whether they know it or not, so that we can fight this very small group of people that are in control. So yes, there is an us against them, folks. There will always be an us against them. Listen, evil ain't leaving this world, no matter how abundant every resource is. It might slow down. Oops, do we have a little bug there? Mark, you still there? Nope, I think we just dropped Mark. Just dropped Mark. You know what? That's all right. Tell Mark thank you if he calls back in. ResistanceManifesto.com. Definitely look for his new stuff. It was a great interview. I love Mark Dice, man. Mark's tops with me. People want to jump on him because of some of the things he says or some of the ideas he challenges. I like Mark. I think we all need an opportunity to speak. And he is more eloquent than most and more informed than most. And he reaches out to a younger audience, and that's what we're about here. No, we do? All right, bring him back up. Mark, you back with us?
Okay, I'm back.
All right, good thing, man. Basically, Mark, I'm really just applauding what you've done. You're a young guy. I think you're even younger than me. You're a young guy. You're motivated. You're out there. You're active. And, we can't be feeding each other these pipe dreams of false hopes and promises. Evil is going to be with us throughout eternity, infinity, whatever you want to call it. Evil is always going to be here in one shape, form, or another. So we have to keep fighting that. And I just don't see the world that comes together and then evil is just eviscerated, correct?
Yeah, and people attack me a lot of times because I kind of put a Christian slant on my worldview, and I'm certainly not shoving Christianity down people's throats. I have Muslim friends, I have Jewish friends, Buddhist friends, atheist friends. I have a full variety, and I can respect and understand most people's theological views. I pick apart certain people that take religious messages like the Mormons or like the Jehovah's Witnesses or the Catholic Church and twist them around. But getting back to Peter Joseph here, he seems to think that Christianity and religion is a mechanism to control people, when actually Jesus was a revolutionary and kind of overthrew the Jewish rule of the day, and the Jews had taken the control over the rituals and the mystic connections with God, and so they were keeping that for themselves. And of course, the Catholic Church did the same thing with Jesus' message. But the message in itself is a freeing message. It's great.
It's a peaceful, rebellious message. It's a peaceful, rebellious message of humanity. We'll be back after this. It's the InfoWarrior. Yeah, Clutch, rock it out. I love that song. It's true. They just want to use you while they can for their agenda. So all those youngsters, listening in, don't join the military, please. And even in this recession, I know that this is a big headline here that government jobs are looking good in times of bad economics. They have a big appeal, but don't hold out. These guys are criminals. We had a caller call in earlier today and say that they have a new citizen police force program where she had to sign all these different waivers. They didn't tell her exactly what she was going to be doing, but they're going in every Monday. I want that caller to start calling in and letting us know what they're doing there. They are starting all these separate government programs. This new Stasi force, Obama is talking about a civilian security force to complement the military here at home. You know, he talked, not only that famous clip, but there's another clip out there. I think it's in the new Obama Deception trailer 2, where he talks about how what the generals are requesting is a citizen military force to complement the other one. Now, we used to have a citizen military force called the National Guard, and they came in and helped us with states' problems and emergencies. But now we just send them overseas for our wars of aggression. I mean, that's the real deal. You know, and my buddy who's an Iraq war vet, he's about to lose his job. I talked to him last night, and I got to talk to him for maybe like 15 minutes. And he's like, yeah, man, since January, they've laid off a lot of people, and I really don't know how much longer I'm going to be here. I'm on the bubble. And that's sad to me. You know, this is a guy that didn't even join the regular military. He joined the National Guard, was going to college with me. We'd grown up together, gets sent over to the desert, gets blown up, loses hearing in one ear, and now he's not going to be able to keep his job because, like they blew up the desert in Iraq and Afghanistan, they're blowing out the economy here at home and across the world. And that is to bring in this new world order global system. Mark, in closing, how can people get your information, get in touch with you?
Best place is markdice.com, D-I-C-E. I have a good site there. There's a lot of videos. You can check me on YouTube. Just search for Mark Dice. My channel is back up at the moment. It seems every few months it gets a copyright infringement claim filed against me from somebody and it gets deleted. So enjoy the videos while you can. I might launch a new video channel soon that is exclusively video blogs. But you can learn all about me at markdice.com. You can get the book there or Amazon.com. And just join the forums if you want to discuss some certain issues. And please don't email me and ask me, what do I think of the Freemasons? You know, I'm sure that you get these questions too.
Oh, all the time.
These just really generic, non-pointed questions, and that's why, you know, Jason takes calls, Alex takes calls. If you have any question, you can just call up and ask them a specific thing. I mean, I don't have the time to write a 20-page answer and get specific on things, but I do check my email fairly frequently, and I try to get back with people if they, you know, have a legitimate question, if they need some guidance or something clarified.
Yeah, I read all my emails. I respond to few. You know what I'm saying? I try to respond to those that are pointed and quick. Some people try to write me a diatribe. And I'm just like, dude, seriously, do I have to? I mean, you just sent me 5 pages, you know, with links. You really expect me to go over this? Listen, if you really want to get somebody's attention, you send a mainstream article, a short synopsis, you explain why it's important. We'll put the story on the show, you know, if it's important, if we feel like it's part of this thing. If you've got a question, I've got time to answer sometimes. If I don't take offense to it, you can call into the show. You know, this is all about transparency, all about an open forum, all about exactly the opposite of what our globalist controllers want, which is a closed forum where they're in complete control and we are the slave class bowing down to them. Marks, thanks so much for joining us.
Hey, you're doing a great job, and everybody, let's phone mob, get the word out about Obama deception.
And it probably drops tomorrow, so look for the Obama deception over at prisonplanet.tv tomorrow. My new website is theinfowarrior.com. Go there, check it out, and remember, you can watch all of this live at prisonplanet.tv. Thank you all. We'll be back tomorrow night, 9 to 12.